Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For the first time, let us say thanks to Allah who has given health and safety graces for all of us. And then, let me introduce myself. My name is Nilufar Azmi. You can call me Nilufar. I'm 19 years old. I come from Sumeneb, Madura. My hobby is traveling and cooking. Now I will talk about my summary. Sampling strategy for analyte contamination and reagent contamination. Sampling strategy and preservation. Sampling is collecting a certain volume of a water body to be studied with the smallest possible amount but representing and having the same characteristic as the water body. Sampling is divided into 3 steps, namely, the first, representative sampling. The second, transport and preservation of sample. The third, chemical analysis of sample. And then, preparation for sampling and preservation. The first, the bottle used for sampling should be clean. Rinse with distilled water, then with the liquid used to fill the water, and dry if possible. Must be careful in analyzing because the concentration analysis is very small. Rinsing is done with distilled water because the minerals are much small. The second, sampling tools must be clean and don't contain remnant of old sample, especially fungi and moss plants. Must be prevented because mold and mildew can absorb what is being tested, because if there is a residue, it can affect the reading. The third, contamination from metal must be prevented. The fourth, iron, brass, bronze can be dissolved in acidic or alkaline water, while plastic and rubber can be dissolved in industrial wastewater containing organic solvent of oil or gasoline. The fifth, sample can be taken separately using plastic or glass bottle, bucket tied and put into river, wells, and other sources of water. Take a sample at a depth of water. And then disturbance that might arise during sample storage and transport. The first, oxygen and carbon dioxide gases that can be absorbed by the sample water. Suspended substance can form their own flux and settle until the sample is different from the original stage. The second, sludge must be suspended again before analysis. The third, like substance and liquid can precipitate until the solution is lost, partially dissolved substance in oxidation by oxygen, so that it turns into other compound. The fourth, some solutes can react. And then contamination and loss in water analysis. Contamination is defined as the entry of unwanted compound into the sample during the sample pretreatment process and during analysis. Source of contamination in sample can come from the atmosphere of the operator of water, equipment, and reagent. Contamination from the atmosphere. The first comes from particulate trace element on the soil surface and material and suspension in the atmosphere. The simple way to avoid atmospheric contamination of the sample is to cover the sample solution during the preparation and analysis process. Contamination by operator. The material to be tested is called an analyte, while the person who is testing is called an analyzer. Analysis can be a source of contamination of the sample to be analyzed either through direct content or through the air. Next, contamination from equipment. Glassware. Glass is analytical chemistry, meaning borosilicate glass such as Birex, unless otherwise specified contamination of the sample from the glass is usually caused by attack of dissolving the container by the solution in order to contaminate drinking glasses. Equipment should always be sterilized by immersing it in a dilute solution of at least 0.1 molar HCl or HNO3 when not using hot HCl or HNO3 such as those used to clean the glass surface from metal. Contamination from water because it is used in very large quantities compared to reagent having a ratio of less than 100 times. It is necessary to pay special attention to the purity of the water used, especially in track analysis. And then to reduce metal contamination in water. The full water is passed first into the ion exchange resin column or at least to distillation or carried out. And then contamination from reagent. Reagent can be useful for increasing concentration if our concentration is not what we want. the concentration of the reagent can affect if the concentration of the analyte from the environmental sample is very small and the average concentration is indeed small. Contamination from reaction that can be grouped into two, namely the first mineral acid and ammonia, the second mineral acid must contain a certain amount of metal. And then distinguish start with extra pure acid containing metal in very low level generally have a fairly expensive price. And ultra pure contain fairly low metal concentration, but the content of some element varies between product. An analytical reagent grade acid usually contain metal as listed in the table. To purify very small compound by ultra-C analysis, the acids are purified by distillation. Commonly used reagent are HCl and HNO3, H2SO4, and HF. And then ammonia solution in water placed in a glass bottle will be contaminated with silica, aluminum, calcium, and cloth, elements which might be caused by the attack of the alkaline solution on the glass. Analytical reagent of ammonia can contain heavy metal with fairly low concentration. This is probably caused by the absorption of this metal by gas. Organic solids are usually unique enough to be used directly without pre-purification, but a blank solution must be prepared. Dark or lead is an important metal in attackers and is usually done by crystallization or filtration. And then organic reagent from reagent or compound or material are very reactive to metals so that the metal around them are made into complex that from chelates. Organic reagents are usually used in small quantities so that contamination is often negligible, but care must be taken with the data to avoid unwanted occurrences. Organic solvents from organic solvents. The metal content in organic solvent is usually relatively low and one must be aware of the presence of other compounds that are soluble in the solvent because they can interfere with the spectrometric determination. This contamination can lead to loss of analyte. The factor of loss of analyte in the separation and determination process are absorption, which can come from the PPI container or equipment volatilization or evaporation, and coprecipitation or precipitation that is soaking or adding acid. Okay, thanks for watching. The following is the result of my summary. Thank you very much for your great attention. If there is a wrong word me, please forgive me. And if you have any question, please comment in the comment column. Okay, see you in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.